Hey, good morning or good afternoon, everybody. This is the 205 Farts coming at you. This is a special college football week 1 kickoff bonus episode. My name is Chuck.
I'm Lou, and I'm ready for some football.
I think we all are. I think we all are ready for college football.
I got my Tuscaloosa shirt on. What you got on? All right.
And I got my Alabama State hat.
Yep. I'm ready.
So what did you think of the first half? Hang on. So what did...
Well, I'll tell you what. I'm torn between Clemson and Georgia. I like Dabo Swinney, and I like Kirby Smart. And I think the difference in this ball game has been so far is Clemson is a little bit too conservative, and their pass defense hasn't been as strong. Their rushing defense is pretty good. They've held Georgia to 2 field goals this first half. Georgia's looking good. And of course, they're missing a running back, but I don't think that running back will make that much difference. I like what Clemson, and I agree with what Coach Saban and a couple other people have been saying. Dabo has been winning a lot of games up until the last, 2 years. He lost a lot of coaches, and I think that's made a big difference. I'm starting to see it turn around a little bit.
Saban had the same issues. They figured out how to beat Nick Saban, just take his coaches.
Exactly.
And it's hard to get consistency in a rhythm because, especially the way the portal is situated now, as soon as a coach leaves, the player's gone with them. They pointed that out this morning on game day with the Duke coach who left to go to A&M. Their quarterback left.
I'll tell you what, I'm excited for Alabama football. I saw something on Facebook yesterday, the day before, talking about the great coaches, Alabama, Gene Stallings, Bear Bryant, Nick Saban, Wallace Wade, and the other guy, I can't remember his name now. But anyway, what I see here about the coaching staff and the coaches that DeBoer has brought with him, I'm excited. I watched Wisconsin last night. That's going to be the game teller, I think. Wisconsin has a good running game. They're big up front. If we can match that this in 2 weeks or 3 weeks now, we're going to be all right.
My take on the first half of the Georgia game now, I will caveat that by I missed some large swaths of the game here and there. Auburn's defense is much improved, and Coach Saban was also correct. He said he is picking Georgia, but he said it's his underdog or whatever it was about covering the spread. The super dog. He's picking Clemson because Georgia won't cover the spread. He said it's going to be much closer because Dabo, he's reloaded. And you're right. I think both teams are playing conservative. I think Georgia was probably leaning real heavily on ATN in the running game. And I think the passing game is struggling to get going a bit because they've lost so much of the offensive production at the wide receiver tight end area.
Yeah. Well, Georgia wide receivers, that Jones, I think his name was Jones, he looked pretty good. But I like what I see with Clemson this year. They finished up strong last year, and I'm torn between the two of them. I like both of them. So this game, it don't matter to me which one wins. Obviously, I'm an SEC guy, so I kind of tend to favor SEC over other people. But I just personally like Dabo Swinney, always have, because he's an Alabama boy that played good at Alabama.
Used to feel that way, but he has fallen out of favor with me based on how he was last year and how he went off on that fan who asked him a legitimate question about Clemson's record and how much as a coach he's being paid. And I personally think he handled it like a petulant child and attacked the fan for a legitimate question.
I agree, but sometimes we have stupid days and we do stupid things.
But he didn't apologize.
Well, I can't defend him, but I understand what you said. But let's talk about game day. I am so excited about game day. With Saban on there, with Pat McAfee and Coach Corso this morning, man, was that fun.
Did you see the bit where they were interviewing Dabo on the field?
Yes.
And he was saying, look, you guys are much improved with Saban. And he said, but if you want to take it to that next level, you got to get Coach Saban with a Pat McAfee tank top on.
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness. That
He's
was
got a little
something.
humor. But I'm gonna tell you, when at that pick with when Corso left us, I got concerned. I thought maybe I didn't think about him changing. I just got concerned about his health and everything. But when McAfee ripped off his shirt, I thought that was pretty damn good. And then when Corso comes out with that Notre Dame stuff on, and that guy with him, he just little tap because at his age, you can't do much. That just cracked me up. That just made the whole damn show.
Yeah, it did.
Yeah.
You can tell how much fun they are all having together.
And when you see Saban, that's what I was telling your mom this morning. It is so good to see him having fun. I think he's really enjoying himself. He's got a lot to share, and he takes a different approach to it. These other guys, they're picking, I think, off for numbers and stuff like that. And Saban's looking at it a little bit different. So it brings a little bit different approach to it, I think.
And he had some very excellent analysis. And I was having this conversation with my wife this morning. The Miami, Florida game, the Notre Dame A&M game. I can't really say it for the LSU game because they're not playing in Death Valley. But those three venues, so much hinges on that crowd. And the fact that if you're playing in those stadiums, the crowd, you're playing against that team and that crowd. Because we almost lost that game against Florida in the Swamp a couple years ago.
Yeah, oh yeah. You go to the Swamp, you can guarantee it's going to be loud. Same way you go to LSU. Of course, you go to Alabama, you go to Georgia, and especially you go to Georgia, that crowd's going to get really loud.
But the Georgia crowd to me, it isn't as bad between the hedges as it is at the Swamp or at Death Valley or even Jordan-Hare.
Yeah, I would agree with that. I don't know why in the hell those folks at Auburn rolled that damn toilet paper on those trees.
It's Auburn. What's their mascot?
Well, they got two.
Well, no, their official mascot. What is their official mascot?
Eagle. It's Eagle.
What? No,
Eagle.
It's not. It's a tiger. Yeah, but what did they say? War Eagle.
Yeah. So
see, that's just Auburn. They're just retarded.
So there's going to be some good games. I was really interested in that. I watched that Wisconsin game, most of it last night, because to me that's going to be the big difference for us. We'll see how we're going to really play. These first couple of games, like we're playing Western Kentucky, that's just kind of like a tune-up, and the same way with next week. And a lot of these, of course, Georgia and Clemson, and you see Notre Dame and A&M. Those are games that really I can define your season, I believe.
I'm concerned with A&M for a couple of reasons. One, they got a brand new coach. Two, Notre Dame came in, didn't they go into Death Valley and beat LSU last year in the opening game?
Yep. So it's going to be good. I'm excited. I think there's some good games on tonight. I'm excited for this second half of this Georgia Clemson game. I think if Clemson, I really think they played a little bit conservative, and I understand that. You're playing Georgia, you're not really sure, and so you kind of play it. But we'll see in that second half.
I agree. So tonight is the Notre Dame A&M, Alabama, Western Kentucky, and what are the other big games tonight?
Well, I don't know.
Let me see.
You got Texas this afternoon with Colorado.
Yeah.
State. You know what? I watched that Colorado game with Coach Prime.
Well, the LSU, that's tomorrow night.
That's tomorrow night. LSU tomorrow night. That's going to be a good one tomorrow night. You got Florida State, and I forgot who they're playing. You got Miami and Florida playing.
Yeah, that's this afternoon.
Florida State's playing Boston College. That's going to be.
That's tonight, isn't it?
Yep. And I tell you what, I think Florida State's got a lot to prove, and they're going to come out fired up. So Boston College better be ready. Because if they're not, that's why I like high school and college. Them boys get fired up. They start believing and they get a little momentum going, and things can turn around real quick.
I agree. Who's the new coach at Boston College?
I don't remember. I don't follow them that much.
Bill O'Brien, our old offensive coordinator.
Okay.
So maybe Florida State needs to look out with Boston College. You never know.
You're right. And that's what's fun about these games. They go in thinking, well, we can beat these guys. Well, somebody's got to tell the other team that, those other kids that. So they go in and they turn around. That's what makes it fun. I just like it.
Hey, here's a little bit of trivia for you.
All right.
So what game did Nick Saban open up against as his first game with Alabama?
Hell, I have no idea.
Western Kentucky.
No way. I know we played them last year. That's a game we went down to see last year. And I got
It wasn't Western Kentucky. It was, who did we go see last year?
Western Kentucky.
It wasn't Western Kentucky.
Yep.
Hang on.
I got my McLaughlin pen here that we got when we ran into his mom and sister and girlfriend and grandmother.
It was Tennessee Chattanooga, Dad.
Okay, I was thinking Western Kentucky.
It was Tennessee Chattanooga.
Okay. So anyway, I still got the pen. I'm right on that.
Yeah, halftime's about wrapped up, isn't it?
Do I?
I said halftime. It's about wrapped up. The Georgia game's about ready to get back on, isn't it?
In a little bit, I'm going to go get some pizza for your mom and I so I can watch some more football. Then later on this afternoon, I got to clean up because my tradition on Alabama game day, I shower and shave, put on a clean shirt, and whatever that shirt I'm wearing, that's what I'm going to wear till we lose. Then I'll find out. So whatever I pick today, hope it's going to get me through the year.
All right. Let's enjoy the second half of this game and the rest of the games this afternoon. Hopefully we can get another episode down tomorrow. Roll Tide.
Roll
Tide. Take care, Dad.
Love you, man.
Love you too. Y'all take care, everybody.
Bye, guys.